Welcome back to the Brick Broadcast Network. And I'm back in Seattle, as you can see. I streamed on Thursday, and it was great to be back to work on the hamster brickheads. That was fun. And I am so far behind on the mocks that I have to get ready for Bricks Cascade. So I'm thinking that for today's show, I will be reviewing some of the things that I've done and also taking notes. And it may be kind of a shorter stream because I have to really get ready and hunker down with this. Oh, Matthew Builds Bricks is here. Hey, how's it going? It's been crazy, as you know. I've been gone for 10 weeks, and a lot of the mocks that I had started and other things that I've been doing, just life got in the way. So I am so excited though. It is coming up on March 10th. That's what, 11 days from now. And some of my mocks are done. In fact, I'll show you one of them, which I've done for BrickCon, and I'm going to be bringing this down to Bricks Cascade. And this one's going to be part of a collab. This is a microscale city that I've worked on. I just got also the Women's Brick Initiative Tower, which fell apart, so I need to put that back together. But I've got lots and lots to do. So anyway, I hope you're doing well. And I'm, also just so you know, everything is just chaos here. So when I show you my down camera, you'll kind of see that my desk is a mess, which shouldn't be any surprise for those of you who follow me. But I have been inspired because I went to visit with my neighbor last night. So my neighbors, Erica and Beth next door, they took care of my place while I was gone. So I went over there for tea. And Erica has a studio for some of the Etsy stuff that she does. And she said, you probably should move your Lego stuff into a studio like that and have a concentrated area to do your builds. So I may be doing that. I'll be probably looking at it at the end of March. So stay tuned. It may be a really significant change. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, so just to kind of give you a sense of what I'm working on, I have two big microscale builds that I have to do. I also am working on some apartment towers that I need to do. I still need to find, see, this is the other problem is I had a bunch of things that I was working on down in Arizona, and I wrapped them all, and now I've got to go find where they are. So I'm just going to be taking some notes while we're chatting a little bit. But if you're going to be at Bricks Cascade, make sure you come by. I will be floating around all over the place because I have several builds to do. Oh, hey, Maraid, how's it going? So let me show you my down camera. You finally started using Studio. Oh, great, great. In fact, I have been using Studio as well. I am working on my Dragon Challenge on Studio. Oh, hey, Zach Martinez, how's it going? Good to see you. And yeah, and I don't want to give it away just yet. I was tempted to submit it today for the Let's Build Digitally for Brick Huntress. I think she's doing her challenge right now over on Instagram. But I don't want to give it away because it's for Tricky Bricks. I think that's the biggest problem I have right now is that we've got so many challenges overlapping with each other that sometimes you have to decide where do you want to debut something? Where do you want the big reveal to happen? And I have a few people who have seen what I'm working on, and I'm excited about it. And yes, good job, Matthew. And I'm not sure, did you start using Studio because of the Brick Huntress challenge, or did you just start doing that on your own? Joel might be starting the escapades. How's it going, Joel? It's weird not seeing you as Have Studs Will Travel, but yes, good to see you too. And like I said, today's stream is going to be a review of some of the things that I'm bringing with me, and I'm so excited because when I was at Bricks Bricks and Minifigs with Yano, I found these corner pieces for my dojo and my ramen house and dojo. So I'll show you that too. So let me know you just started doing it on your own. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. In fact, I have Maraid and Joel and a few other people who to thank for some of the work that I was doing as well on Bricklink Studio. I'm very excited, but like I said, I don't want to reveal it just yet. You'll see it Thursday. Maraid's already seen it, and Joel gave me some tips as well as Debo on how to use the program. So, but hi everybody in the room. Yes, Brickaroo Bonsai. Aloha hoy. How are you? Good to see you here. You're not the original Emscapade start. Okay. All right, so let me show you my down camera. And like I said, excuse the clutter, but you've seen my you've seen my streams before, so you already kind of know what to expect. So I have a couple things here. Oh, Cornado's here too. Hey, how's it going? So I wanted to share with you, this is my Micropolis Lavender City. So you probably remember, let me see if I can turn this, maybe I might need to hold it up for the, let me hold it up for the face cam. Hold up, let me go back to the face cam because I think that might be easier. And let me see if I could do this without having the transition, because I know sometimes seeing that transition can be kind of a pain. All right, let me try this. There we go. Hello, I'm back. So this is, for those of you who remember, I showcased this, the BricksCascade Broadcast Network Tower, which is a bracelet tower. And this won an award over at BrickCon, and I wasn't there to accept the award, but my model was there because, as you know, I had to go to Arizona for my brother at that point. So I have 4 modules here. I've got this one, and this one is connected with this. Because one of the things about bracelet towers is there is a not attractive side. It's a beautiful structure, but you have to kind of hide that other side. So here's the kind of the front section, or I should probably say the back section. That's part that's hiding it. And I can't really hold the whole thing, so I'm going to have to hold this in pieces just to kind of give you a sense. You may have seen this in some of my Instagram posts as well. But the great thing about Micropolis is if you build to the same standard, then you can just build the modules separately and then just make sure they connect. And I call this Lavender City because, as you know, lavender and black are some of my favorite colors. And so this whole city is on a black tarmac or black base. And Micropolis builds are easy to do. They're 16 by 16, and you have the plate. So not a base plate, but a plate level brick and then plate. And then you just have to make sure the roads are the 2 across that are black, and then 1 gray stud width for the sidewalk, and then a crosswalk over here, which is 4 studs in. You thought about changing your name to Mr. Brickaroo Bonsai in order to be part of the Emscapades? Do it! Do it! In fact, we should all do that. I could call myself Madame Brickanista, and then I'll be part of the Emscapades as well. That would be hilarious. So you can see how you can just kind of combine these together. So that is the kind of the front view, and then I'm going to go back to my down camera and you can see them all together. I think we should all do that. Zach Martinez should go by Martinez, Zach. and then Debo could be Mr. Debo. That would be hilarious, actually, if we did that. It's like, we all want to be part of the Emscapades. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll be Madame Brickanista the next time. In fact, we could do that for Friday, for Friday's show. That way, because Friday's show is the review of all of our builds that we're going to be doing for the dragons, right? Yeah, we should all do it. Exactly. So I think you should do what? You're going to be Mr. Brickaroo Bonsai. I'll be Madame Brickanista. I think Zach Martinez should go by Martinez, Zach. And then we're having this FOMO, right? That we don't want to be left out of the Emscapades. All right, so I'm going to do this again, and let's take off the transition. Okay, so here we go. So you can see this is the top view, and this is the main circular tower. And when you make a full city block like this, then it's easier to integrate into the entire build. And if you can imagine, there's probably going to be at least 30 builders who are all going to be building to the Micropolis standard. And when you put all of the blocks together, it looks absolutely amazing. So kind of along those lines, I'm working on this one, which is the Women's Brick Initiative. And this one fell apart, but you probably remember this Women's Brick Initiative tower. So this one was in a box, so I need to work on that. In fact, let me move this out of the way. That's going to be another interesting thing. Where do I put these? My poor dog is adjusting to all of the the different models that I have lying around. Whenever it's convention time, you always have lots of things to worry about. But I think she knows. In fact, she's on my left side now. She's over here with the Stairlight drawers. So as long as I don't have to get anything out of there, that should be fine. All right, so here's another one. Maybe you got to say I enjoy being second to last after right before Kim Zeracchino. Well, at least you're there. I know Kim Zeracchino hasn't been on for a while. So this was my Women's Brick Initiative tower that I had won an award for this too. I got a Fox set, and one of the challenges was what does the Women's Brick Initiative mean to you? And I had built this, and I noticed my trees are missing, so I've got to get my trees back. But remember what I mentioned about a full city block. This one is only a quarter of a block. So what I've been doing is putting together some bases, which of course I misplaced. Where did I put the base? All your base belong to us. Okay, well, I did put some of the plates here. So I have some of these regular bright green plates, so I'm going to need to build out 3 more of those modules to make a full city block. So that's one of the things that I'm considering right now, is like, how many of these do I have as far as to make these? And I'm bummed because I set it aside specifically for this stream and I don't see it. Okay, well, it is what it is, because I wanted to show you that on the bottom right now, you can see that this one is just solid. But if you put an arch down here, then the arch will let you string lights through it. And I had made another base with a hole in the middle, specifically so I could run lights underneath the tower. But, oh well, c'est la vie, it's not here. But like I said, this may be a quick stream anyway. Okay, so I have right now, and I'm going to take some notes because I know that I'm the kind of person that if I don't write it down, I'm going to forget it. So I'm just going to take a few notes while we're chatting here. And all right, so I've got right now I've got a tower. I've got to finish the WBI 3 quadrants. And then I have the BricksCascade Broadcast Network Tower, Lavender City, and the other thing I have here, which is close by, is my bunkers. So you probably remember that there was a bunker challenge, the baby bunker challenge. Yes, Brickaroo Bonsai is, I believe, in Hawaii. You wish you could physically participate. Yeah, maybe next year, that would be nice. Oh, he's in Florida. Okay, so you remember that I worked on a couple of, oops, a couple of these towers, or I should say bunkers. Wow, I really munged this one up. And this one has Liz in it. Because one of the things, if you remember about the challenge, the apartment challenge, that already we have, somebody has claimed Liz to do an apartment for. So if you haven't registered your apartment yet for the collaboration, you probably should do that. So here's my little Liz bunker. So I'm going to be registering that. And then this is a Super Sewer Baby bunker, which I also have here. And as you can see, this has a door in the back, a little door, and I have to find my other bunkers. I think they're in storage. I was looking for them the other day. Yeah, what's the closest con to Florida? It depends on what part of Florida he lives in, because I know Brick Fair, Virginia is north of him, and then there's also the Brick Fair, Alabama. There's got to be one in Miami, I would think. Okay, so here's the other thing I did. You may remember this. This is a garage door from the Friends set. So this is her entrance into the bunker. If it doesn't fall apart, wow! You can see all of my models are like, what's happening? What's happening with my models? Okay, all right. What happened here? Because this is supposed to open up like that, and I had it set. All right. What is happening here? Oh, I see. This should be in there. So I got that in there. I think I need to add another piece of structure there, because this, otherwise it doesn't really have the same effect. Yeah. So I'm going to need to, I think, add some structure to that. But each bunker has a door, and then there's a hole for lights too. And that's part of what was part of the design, which is something that Perry Wing, Mark Cruikshank, and also Dave Morgan had put together. So I found these, so I'm going to register the baby bunkers. And then I also have 2 more bunkers that I got to find. So that's why it goes back to my notes. Right? It's like, so you can see, I have already talked about this, BricksCascade. And look at this. This was August 16, 2020. Actually, that should be 2021. Now that I think about it, that was 2021. And I was getting ready for this. And these are some of the people that I needed to, like some of the places I need to check for that are, places that I could stay. And yeah, so anyway, so let's go back. So my other notes here, I've got to do that. I've got bunkers. And what just dropped? Oh, that's okay. Okay, so here's another thing that I'm bringing with me. This one I'm really proud of, because this came about from a mock improv episode. You probably remember for mock improv what I had done, and I think I'll show the front camera for this because it'll be easier to see. Hold up. All right, so here, I just did this last night. I just finished this little turning sign. So this is my little billboard. I've got to figure out how to make it a little more stable so I could turn this. But this came from a mock improv episode. I made a ramen house on the bottom, and then I've got here the dojo, which you can see better from the side, this back side. Here's the dojo. And then this is the piece, these corner pieces I found at Bricks and Minifigs when I was in Portland digging through bins with Yano. And when I was on a sort lug call, I started building this because people were saying you need to put your Brick and Easter Broadcast Network as a billboard, and I came up with that rotating thing. Brick Rodeo, yeah, Brick Rodeo is actually going to be at the end of June, so you might be able to make it there too. You hope I have RL bunkers for the impending real life bunkers. Joel, I don't know about, I live in an apartment. So I mean, my bunker will be the downstairs neighbors, hunkering down with them. But that's cool. I made a billboard for my branding. Yeah. Well, I got a couple people who were suggesting it, and I have a shout out to Sith Lego Trooper because he made a billboard out of my sticker that I sent to him. And I just thought this, I love rotators, and I was just figuring out if there's a way I can motorize this, but the thing is, it's on a splat gear. So if I show this up to the camera, you can see that right now it's on a splat gear. There is enough room, and I could build this up that I could put one of those, I don't know, powered up or power functions motors that I might be able to do that. But yeah, I thought that would be kind of cool. So the other thing that I was going to work on is on the front of this, put a ramen sign here, like a brick-built ramen sign. But I've been looking around, and like I said, I set aside a couple things for this stream, but I don't know where I put them. It's so sad. Anyway. Yeah, so yeah, Zach, I think, went as a participant, right? Or did you go as a builder? Yeah. And my very first convention, I went as an animator. I did like a 20-second animation, and they had no place for me to sit because I was considered a builder. So I ended up hanging out with the people in the pirates group, and that's kind of how I came up with the Spice Pirates, which brings me to the next point, is my Spice Pirate ship. Hey, how's it going, Alexander23? Good to see you here. Yeah, I'm just making notes of some of the things that I've got to bring with me to, so this is the Ramen House Dojo that I just showed everybody, and that I still need to work on the sign. The sign on the front. Like I said, I've got so much to do. It's crazy. All right, so I've got that. And then I also have, remember this coffee shop? So you might remember I have this coffee shop modular that I made, and that this is supposed to be next to the Spring Garden Festival set. And I had taken the dojo that used to be on top, and I put it over here. So another thought is I could just bring this little module and put it next to the dojo, but my other thought was I could bring my ice cream shop, put the ice cream shop next to the ramen shop. So I think I'm going to do that. And possibly I could bring this and use the convention time to build on top of it. Because that's the other thing that you often see builders going to the convention and they're building things. It won't qualify for the evaluation because it's in progress, but sometimes it's a fun thing to do while you're at the convention. Checklists are essential for conventions. You recall Boone giving that tip. Yes. Yes, exactly. You didn't have anything at the time. Yeah. Well, and I'm really excited, Zach, that you're coming to BricksCascade. So I wasn't sure if you're planning to bring some mocks with you there too. Mr. Dewey's here. Hello, Mr. Dewey. How's it going? How many modulars do you plan to take? See, that's a good question because my modulars are shorter. You probably noticed that a lot of the other builders, they build huge, mocks. And in my case, mine are mostly on 16 by 32s, which makes it, I think, easier to transport, but mine tend to be shorter. I don't have like I have 2 stories. I don't even have a 3-story one, but I'm probably going to bring 3 is my thought. So I thought I would put the dojo / ramen house, the ice cream shop, and then if I can get this 2nd story built, then I can do the coffee shop as well. So the 3, there'd be, which is kind of like a food row, right? If you have ice cream, ramen, and coffee all together, I think that'd be kind of cool. Your brother lives in Chicago. Oh, you should go to Brick World. Absolutely, you should go to Brick World. Yeah, I have a friend who just sent me a note that he's registered for Brick World. So LJ Merrick, you probably have seen him in the chat before. Or our work in progress, their own categories at BricksCascade. No, there isn't a work in progress one. Last time I was working on BricksCascade, I was working on another pirate ship, but I had to scrap the plans. And Debo's here. How's it going, Debo? No real access to chat. Hey, y'all, how's it going? What time is it in your country? It is right now 1:30 p.m. on the west coast of the United States of America. Wow, we've got quite the gang here. It's good to see you all. Okay, so let me ask if I have to probably finish a second floor of this and add it, then I would have 3 rows or 3 buildings of modulars that I could do that. Okay, I'm going to put that on my notes. Work on second floor. Now here's another problem I have. I also have, remember the veterinary hospital that I was working on for the Jurassic Park collab? I still have the ground floor of that. And what stopped me is I was working on an elevator, but I never got the elevator going. Cowboy Cornado is here. How's it going? You're taking 9 modulars to Bricks by the Bay? Yeah. Well, see, the great thing about Portland is it's only a 3-hour drive for me. So I'm thinking about loading up a lot of modulars. I also have the post office, too. I could bring the post office with me as well. So it's in the UK. It's 9:30 p.m. Oh, yes. And you and Matthew Builds Bricks are both in the UK right now. Cool. Wow, we have quite the gathering here. Yeah, so the other thing I was working on, and I need to, in fact, this would be great to ask the chat. So let me put this on my down camera. Okay. Okay. So here's my question for the chat. Is that I am looking at building the base for the Friends Towers. And if I remember right, the base, let me grab a 16 by 16. All right, so the base needs to be on a 16 by 16. And then I have here a 8 by 16. So the 8 by 16s are for the apartments. And then you have this as your walkway. And this is my question. So I am working on a dress shop for the ground floor, which is going to be similar to the Kingsman, but I'm going to call it Queen Anne's Tailors. And I want to do this kind of bay window. And I'm leaning towards this because I think if I go with that wide, it's going to take up the whole thing. And I'd have to do like a double wide to have a store entrance. But I have to tear apart another mock to get another one of these. But I think I already know the answer to my question. Is I believe I'm going to have to do a small column like this. So let me take this apart for a moment. And if we look at the profile, and if you look at the Kingsman, it's actually based on a real shop called the Huntsman. So if I do this, just to kind of give you a sense that the ground floor shop, yeah, I think that's going to have to be it. We'll put a bay window there. And if you look at the original, the bay window's here, and then there's a little stairwell on the right that goes into the shop. You're working on yours now? Yeah, I would have to do 2 wide. I think this 2 wide for both sides. So I have to find another column like this. And I think that would be the bay window. And then I would have a stairwell here, which will be a little different than some of the others because I think everybody has an entrance going in from the ground floor. But like I said, I'm trying to model it after the Huntsman. And then I would raise this up to match it with the stairwell. And if I really want to get fancy, there's an awning that comes out from the front in cloth. So I'm not sure if I can pull that off, but I can definitely pull this off. And I would have to, I'm going to do this in red because that's what the Huntsman is like. And then on the second floor, I'll be building the Brickanista Detective Agency. And then the third floor will be the one, that apartment I was working on when I was in Arizona. 2 hours isn't too bad. As far as, yeah, 2 hours away. Yeah, from where Coronado is. Yes, exactly. You submitted your photos for Miss Maggie May's apartment earlier today. Oh, cool. Yeah, it would have been nice if you could have it at BricksCascade. Well, you know, you could ship it. I don't know, from Florida. You might be able to ship it and get it in time. Okay, so I think we agreed we're going to do the ramen, ice cream shop, and the coffee shop. I'm going to have to pull that together. I'm going to put Jurassic Park, and that is the vet clinic, and I'm going to put a big question mark, because that one, I would love to do it because I want to be part of that collab, and they, you know, Ferg also gave me the patches and everything, and but I just don't know if I could pull it off in time. And you know, if I didn't have the 10 weeks that I was in Arizona, I might have been able to. You might be going back and forth every day. Yeah, I know that's going to be hard, Cornado. You might. I think you really should look at. Well, first of all, I should ask you: have you crate trained your dog? Because that helps a lot, and I know it helps a lot with Que Sera when she was traveling with me. Okay, so I've got bunkers and baby bunkers. I've got 3 modulars. Oh, I can't forget the pirate ships. All right, so I've got, let's see, I've got the Spice Pirates, plus I'm going to have to build the brickheads. And then I've got the Everyone's a Pirate. That's the rainbow ship I built. Everyone's a Pirate. And then I also have the Pirates of Penzance, or the Pandas of Penzance. And like I said, some of this is in storage I need to get out. Okay, so so if you look at my list, I've got the WBI, these are the Micropolis builds. So this is Micropolis. I've got the baby bunkers and the regular bunkers. I've got the ramen shop, ice cream shop, coffee shop as modulars. I've got the Jurassic Park vet clinic, and I have 3 pirate ships. And that's what I have on my list so far. I don't know, that probably seems like a lot to do in, what, 10 days, 11 days, something crazy like that. So let me just see if I can, I'm trying to think what I could actually build on stream right now, because I might be able to work on this. What I was trying to do is I had set aside, all right, let me just look real quick. I know what I could build on stream. I'm going to just step aside for just a moment. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. At least I just dropped something and I'm back. Oh no! Okay, so this is what I was trying to explain to you, and it was behind my computer, which is why I couldn't see it. So this is a base which could go with this modular over here, and I had been looking at what plates I have, and I don't have enough of this green, this bright green. So what I did is I just made as much as I could, and then I have this strip, which I think will be fine. So what I could do is start building this out, but I wanted to show you that this deliberately has a hole in it so you can route wires through there. And what I did on this one is I added these places where you could route wires. So if you've never built one of these, it's a plate level brick and a plate. And then in the middle you have your Technic pins, so then they can match up and then you can connect them together. And in this case, I'm looking at this and I'm realizing that now that I know where the road is, I probably should have moved these over on the side, but it might be okay. See, the problem is when you're at a convention is that you have to think about positioning. Where are these going to be? And if you are going to route wires, then you need to make sure that your arches are available to the various things. So Brickworm sent me a note and she said, do you need something? Because I'm going to be digging for stuff. And this is one of the things that I need. I need these 1x4 arches. Okay, so now that I'm talking out loud, I'm going to move these over here. And then eventually, when I get more of those arches, I'll have to redo this. So that's something I can definitely do on stream right now. As you can see that this isn't that hard to move in this center area. Let's see if I can pull this off without too much problem. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna redo that whole section. Put it over here. Yeah, modulars are definitely meant to be transported. Absolutely. There we go. This is going. Why is this not clutching? It's supposed to clutch. All right, here we go. So I'm just rearranging these now. Are you lighting the Micropolis? Yes. I was inspired by P.T. McEwen because P.T., I had a chance to visit him when I was traveling back, and he's got some amazing towers and he's lighting them up. And I said, I need to do that. I need to light up some of my towers. So you notice with these that you need to still have your plate level. So plate, brick, plate, and then you leave this without any kind of obstruction. So then that way the wires can just lay on top. You can just lay this on top of the wires. So that is part of that. Yeah, so that's the goal. So if you notice on this one, I need to put a hole in here somewhere underneath this. And I think this is a solid plate. So what I may do is transfer this over to this one. In fact, that, you know, now that I'm talking out loud, I might have to reposition this or move the hole, but I don't know. It's hard to move the hole because this is a 6 by 12. So yeah, but the whole essence is that, yeah, you put in your different elements, and then you can route wires underneath. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Is I'm going to redo this, so then that way we can have a structure. So you can see that when this comes together, that it would actually be better to have the solid side over here anyway. This is, you know, front facing. Though when you're in a big collab with a bunch of people, it won't matter because they'll be covered up. Let's see what's going on here. I need a 1x2. Did I not get a 1x2? Like all of a sudden, it's like 1x2, 1x2. Okay. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, I thought I had a 1x2 in here. Where'd it go? Oh, this is a 1x3. Wow. Okay, well, that's easy to fix. I don't have a bunch of 1x2s in white, but I have a lot of 1x2 plates. So as you know, that's easy to do. And you can see, since I'm showing this to you, this is the undercarriage. And So I have a lot of 1x3 bricks, so I just kind of interlace them so it would be stable. And then I just put a bunch of 1x2 plates here. So I'm going to do that. Probably not the most efficient way to do things, but it works. You know if Cascade is going to have a light up night? Yes, there is a light up night. So that should be fun. Okay, so this one's going to be moving over here. So I won't secure that down. Not yet. And then this is the front. So I'm going to go ahead and put these together. Yeah, they have it, I believe, Friday is Friends and Family Night. So what they should be doing is, I believe they have friends and family come in for the first couple hours, and then the third hour, I think, is when they have the lights out. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've been to Cascades only once, but I just have such fond memories of that. It was so much fun. And just being able to see people that I've met online but haven't met in person, like Aubrey's going to be there. Really looking forward to meeting her. And, oops, some other people. It's going to be nice. It's going to be awesome. Alright, what's going on here? This might be a 1x3. Yeah, one thing I noticed is going down to Arizona, my fingernails just went to mush. So I have had to deal with just, my body just did not like Arizona. Let's face it. It is not meant for me. I was definitely not in a happy place. But that's okay. I'm in my happy place now. And I mentioned this the other day on Thursday that I think the rest of my family is going to have to step up because I can't keep going down to Arizona every time something happens. It's wearing me out. Oops, wait a minute. I need the arch. There's the arch. There we go. Okay. And you don't have to worry about the arches matching because those are going to be hidden. Really, the ones that you should concern yourself with are anything front facing. You got to bring your glow-in-the-dark shirt. Yes! If you have a glow-in-the-dark shirt, that would be awesome. That would be amazing. Let me just check here. Let's see. I think I'm off by one. There we go. Yeah, here we go. Now we're talking. So you see what I'm doing is that this is going to be the front facing towards this street, and then these will be where the wires will go through. Depending on, you know, where it's positioned. Yeah, that works. Okay, good. We have a plan. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be great meeting you too, Zach. You and Aubrey and Boone will be there. Tricky Bricks will be there. Cara will be there. There's going to be a lot of people there. Okay, I think that is a full conversion. Yeah. Yeah, so now we have an access point for lights, and we also have a connection point here for connecting to that, like this. Now my question is to myself, Okay, so you can see the bottom, that this one is just a straight plate. And I have a feeling I'd put a straight plate here as well. So if I were to convert this to, so I could light it, I'm going to have to change the top. And if I were to put the Women's Brick Initiative Tower so I could light it up. But here's another question. How is this going to light up? It would light up in between. So this one may not be something that really needs to be lit up. And I will fix that later. But I do have another module which has a museum, and that is set up for lighting. So I could do that as well. But I think what I'll do to finish this portion is to work on this road and put some plates in, or tiles. And this goes back to what Brickworm was asking me, if I need just some more things, and you always need things all the time. So I'm just going to pull out as many of these 1x4s that I have in black, and also maybe some jumpers. And the other thing about these, I don't know if you noticed this, but this is just a jumper, a 1x2 jumper with a 1x1 tile on top. And that makes your various cars driving around. And just double check. Okay. I was just checking to see if my network went down. It's just like it's been one of those years, you know? Okay, I don't think I have any more black. These are blue. That's another thing that drives me crazy. It's black versus navy blue. Okay. All right. I've exhausted those. I do have some 2x4 tiles. Okay. So one thing nice too about Micropolis is that it's pretty forgiving. It doesn't specify like a checkerboard pattern or something like that. And then I have 1x8s. This is nice. Nice sidewalk. And then this row I'm not too worried about, because I could always put, you know, green shrubs or something in front of that. I mean, if I really am worried about color, I can always put tiles or plates in. But mostly I want these to kind of be contiguous. All right, so before I set these down, I am going to put in some 1x2 jumpers. 1x2 jumpers in black. A couple in there. In fact, I'm going to stagger this. Yeah, so mad dash to get things ready for BricksCascade. And don't forget, I was gone away from my collection for 10 weeks. So I got a lot of work to do. Yeah, and this is another problem I have, is that I am low on all kinds of things. And a lot of times when I'm working on Micropolis, I realize I need more of this. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and set these down, knowing that I can find 1x2s in a big bin. So I'm just going to look for 1x2s in black. I might be able to find some in here, but if you can see, they're mostly dark blue. Mostly dark blue in here. There might be one or two in black, but I'm not holding up my hopes. Not right now. But part of that is a good problem to have. It means that I have been building a lot, and I've been, you know, making sure that I get things done. Yeah, that's definitely navy blue. Okay, no worries. And I can save these for another module that I'd be working on. And before I continue, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, okay, so I am missing a 1x1 crosswalk tile. So remember when I showed you the other one, before I get too boastful about this, I also need to add this crosswalk. So this, actually, I could pull up this one because I'm going to need to make the crosswalk coming down this way. So I'm not quite done yet. And these can go here, the black. Yeah, in fact, usually in the corners you put a 2x2 in black. So let me see if I have any 2x2s in black and 1x1 for the sidewalk, which is always on the 4th stud. And I tell you, it feels so good to be back with my collection. I've missed my collection. It's like, I've missed you. Where have you been? I know my collection's going, we missed you too. Yeah. Alright. So I need to do the same thing on this side over here, which is partially done already, because I have that square 2x2 in the corner. Oh, I just realized something. This WBI tower is right on the edge, so maybe I need to actually put this over here. Yeah, actually that's what I need to do. Okay, good thing. See, this is why you have to do some planning, because then you realize, ooh, wait a minute, I can't put the sidewalk there. Yeah, in fact, this sidewalk, if I'm going to make this a quadrant, then the sidewalk needs to be here, and I need to shift these over, too. Okay. Well, see, it's a good thing this wasn't put in there already. PT McEwen's here! Hey! I was just talking about our collab and how you inspired me because you're lighting up some of your towers. So I built this module with a hole in the middle so I could route the wires, and then I also have the 1x4s on the side over here. And I'm making 2 quarter blocks. I'm actually going to complete this into a 4x4 set of blocks, but I have to get more of these, so then that way I can route more wires. But yeah, that's the plan. And then I was just mentioning that I realized that if you're doing the blocks as a block, a quarter block, that I'm going to have to put the sidewalk on this side because the tower is too close over here. Am I using Zonker's format? Yeah, that's with the arches here. So then that way you can route wires through that. So for those of you who don't know Zonker Harris is one of the people in the brick community who has been doing a lot of Micropolis builds as well. And I was just mentioning to PT that, yeah, this standard, so to speak, is something that Zonker has worked on, as well as some other people. But I just realized that I'm going to need to reformat this this entrance I think I'm going to need to move this entrance over here and have the cars coming in from the street on this side. Yeah, but you know, this is why you work on modules like this. What are the arches for? That's for the wires, so that you can route wires between modules. And you notice that the wires, they can just sit right in there. Have a nice day. Take care, Mr. Dewey. Have a good evening. Thanks for stopping in. So yeah, so we were just talking about how when you're doing Micropolis builds, that you got to plan for sidewalks as well. And I just realized that this sidewalk needs to move over here now, because I thought this was going to go to the left of the tower, but then I realized the tower is right on the edge. So I'm going to need to make this one on the right side. Yeah, so this is what we're going to do. It was like, yes, there is a method to my madness, folks. And in fact, I could use this now, this square one in this corner. Yeah. So once you do several of these, you kind of know where everything goes. But what I was talking out loud about is that if I end up putting the crosswalk here, then that means these are going to have to shift. And that's fine, because right now the way I have this set up is that the cars were coming in from the street this way, but I can easily have the cars coming in from the street this way, and then just move the WBI sign over here. So that actually is a good plan. In fact, I'm going to do that right now, because I could use these squares. I could use some of these and move them around. Yeah, so one of the things that we're working on is this, what we're calling the Round Tower District. So this will be part of the Round Tower District, and I'm thinking about if I build another one, PT, here, then I could light it up from the inside. And this one I don't have, in fact, I'll show you right now. This, I believe, is a solid 16 by 16. So if I did want to light it up, I'd have to redo the whole plate structure so that I could make a hole right there. So I could light this one up too. So yeah, this is the trials and tribulations that happen with doing different collabs. And when you're working on a Micropolis collab, that's a big one. All right, so this, actually, I have a large 1 by, actually, no, I can't do that because I need black here. And I don't have a lot of 1 by 2s in black, oops, but I do have dots. So I may fill these in with dots. Not the curved ones though. That one needs to be like that. Yeah, it's a very easy standard to follow, and it looks amazing. When you go to a con and your Micropolis build is connected with others, it looks awesome. So I really enjoy doing Micropolis. It's a great collaborative program. Okay, let me see. I think I have. Those 1 by 1s in black made me think I do have these separated, and I think I have some in black. Do I? I do. Look at that. That is black gold, my friends. A new kind of black gold. The Lego kind of black gold. Yeah, especially when you're trying to get ready for a con, anything you can do. You can bring a bunch of 2x4 black tiles if you need them. You have a large bag? Oh, okay. Yeah, I might take you up on that, but Brickworm already reached out to me in the middle of the Tricky Lug, or the Tricky Bricks show. She says she's taking Friday off this week, So she goes, if you need to, we can go, hunting for parts. It's like, I always have to hunt for parts before a con. It's inevitable. Okay, so there, I'm completing that. And then the 1x6 goes here. Oh, that looks beautiful. That looks awesome. Yeah, I really like doing Micropolis builds. Okay, what am I looking for? That's what I'm looking for. Okay, cool. So you can see that already that this road plate is going to have to go across this way. And then I'm going to need to shift these over a little bit, which is fine. This is like one big module, see? So that, I can just shift that over here. Yeah. It's fun times. So all this time I said, what am I going to stream today? I have no idea. It's like, well, this is definitely stream worthy. Yeah, so PT was there when I was working on the radar dish. So you can kind of see it in my small screen, this rotating one. So I still have to think if I want to motorize it or not. But so before you showed up, PT, the chat was convincing me that I need to bring more of my modulars. So I'm going to be bringing the ramen shop, the coffee shop, probably the post office, and also the ice cream shop. So I may have 4 modulars with me. Okay. So I can still keep most of this intact. I think really what I have to do is make accommodation for the roadway that's going to be here. And so I'm going to keep this aside for now. But my guess is this is probably going to go here. Once we're all said and done. Yeah, that's a great thing about Lego, right? Is that everything is so modular. Let's see. Just looking for another gray. I think I can go ahead and put a 1x8 there. Wait a minute. Let's work on the road first, shall we? Since that's the most important thing, is especially when you're going to be connecting with other blocks, is you want to make sure your block is going to connect with the other ones. Oh, my fingernails are just awful. There we go. Okay, let's put these 1x1s down. What is that? What is that piece of crap? What is that? What is that? It looks like a popcorn kernel or something. There we go. And black. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. I just have them here. There they are. You love lights? Yeah, well, after meeting with you, you reminded me that they do have the light up section at BricksCascade. So I was thinking I should light some of these up too, as far as my Micropolis modules. And since Zonker is going to be there, you know that he's going to have a couple modules. Now the question I have is, what kind of lights will I be using? Because I don't have a lot to choose from. I do have some fairy lights, but I think I'm going to have to cover some of them up with duct tape because they're scattered at a specific, distance. Yeah. Let's see, 1x8. I think I have a 1x8. There we go. Yeah, so you see what we've done is we've taken my existing tower and then configured it so it's going to be a full city block, and just working through all the details on how we're going to put these together. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't sure what I was going to stream today, and this worked out great. But yeah, those 2x4 tiles, definitely bring them with you. I maybe hitting you up for those. I'm going to keep these 2x2s aside because I'm not going to do that on the stream today, but you can see what I'm planning to do is I'm going to have to make 2 more modules to make this a full city block. And I may do this, PT, this is the Women's Brick Initiative Tower. I may build a second tower and call it the Brick Alliance so that the WBI and the Brick Alliance are together. I'll have to reach out to them to see if they're okay with that. Are you rebuilding the one you made last year, or is this a new WBI micro? This one, when you're talking about last year, this is only about 4 months old because I think I made it, actually maybe 6 months old because I made it in August. And this was put into a Women's Brick Initiative challenge for that month. And they just said, what does WBI mean to you? So I did this micro tower and I won an award for that. But I haven't put it into a Micropolis display. So it is a mock, and it has not, it was at BrickCon, and but it was not set aside as what we're doing. PT and I are doing something called the Round Tower District. So that's what our plans are. Okay, so once again, we have a sidewalk, and I need to make a pathway for this parking lot. Let's see. Let's see what else I have in black. Yeah, see, I have a lot of blue. I need black. I need black. Yeah, Brickworm and I are definitely, when it comes to con time, we're always looking for things all the time. PT is flying. Yeah, I am definitely low on black. All right, so what we'll do is, let's see. I'm also trying to look at making sure that I do this on an even section. I think that'll work. So what I'm doing right now is I am setting aside a section for the cars to come in from the street. Now, some people will argue that I should be using dark gray instead of black because a lot of times pavement and parking lots should be dark gray. But my argument is it's very clear this is a parking structure, at least in my mind. Maybe it's not clear, but it is in my mind. Okay, so here we have a car coming in, turning into from the street, and maybe I need to load up on 2x4s in black because you can see I'm low here as well. Trying to see if I have any in black and 1x8s. I do. Look at that. That's helpful. This is when you start scrounging through your collection for anything you might have, anything that might work. Okay. And this is where the jumpers are fine too. That you may not use every one of them, but you can put them in play. Unless you want a traffic jam. But in this case, I'll probably just put, you know, one or two. They're both going down the street. Put one over here. But this is enough for now. I can put my sign up. Oh, my fingernails trashed. Okay, so if the WBI tower stays where it is, right here on the corner, then I could put the sign here. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. The point is to not hang out with people who argue about stuff like that. Alaska Air has the most reasonable rates from what I've researched. Yeah, I love Alaska Airlines. Alaska is awesome. Okay, this is good. This is really good. So I think right now what I'm doing is I'm just gonna put some. I seem to have a lot of 2x2s or 1x2s that are jumpers. So I think I'm just going to take advantage of that. So you can see we redesigned this layout. It's not too difficult to do, but you can see that there's the new design. I could, theoretically, actually, I could just move this back over, because part of the reason why I put this in here was to hide the parking lot. So I could put this back here again. And so I just had to move it over a couple studs. And then to complete the look, I had put these little orange flowers here. But if I had left it the way it is, or was, I would not be able to put it into the collab as easily as I can now. And like I said, I'm going to make a full city block. Hopefully I have enough to make towers. If not, I can just do the same thing I did with the Lavender City. Just cover up the back with something else. But there you go. So Women's Brick Initiative. Oh no! I forgot about the sidewalk. Ah! Okay. I need to move it over one. It's not too hard to do, but it's like, no! Don't forget the sidewalk. Let's see. This is part of the reason why I don't do mosaics. Because if you make a mistake in trying to dig in there. Okay, let's see if I can get that blue piece out. Nope. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, so I need a gray. We can put that there. And we can put this here. Okay. All right, that wasn't too bad. Minor issue, but hopefully, do I have one of these in gray? A 1x3? No, no. Yeah, so if you can imagine, I will be building like crazy over the next couple days. So I am going to be on Twitch later today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish this little section here with what I have. And then later I will have some things I'm going to be doing on Twitch. I do want to ask the chat, when I get back from BricksCascade, I am going to be wanting to build the 3-in-1 medieval castle. And I'm trying to decide if I should do that on Twitch on back-to-back days, or if I should do it once a week, or once every 3 to 4 days. I'm trying to think what's the best way to do that. So if you have any ideas, let me know. You hang out with the bad influences all the time. Well, look where I am right now. Hey, you and I actually, I'm taking credit with you for the Let's Go Camping collab, because you and I had that discussion about campers, and then that evolved into the Let's Go Camping. So you're not that bad of an influencer, or I'm not that bad of an influencer. I think we actually have come up with some pretty good ideas. We're a team, man. We are a team. Okay, gray. Let's see if I have 1x1s in gray. Not looking good. Oh, wait a minute. No. Yeah, so this goes back to the other thing I have to do is start making a list of other things I need. So I need like 1x2s, 1x1, or a 1x3 to replace that. So I have that 1x1, but I don't want to take that one. I thought I had more 1x1s in gray. I had one more place to check. Oh. Let's see. So if you can imagine, I had went through some of my collection when I was in Arizona. And unfortunately, no gray. I've got all those other colors. Oh, I take that back. I take that back. I did find some gray, so we can complete this. Oh, hold up. I probably should put a black one there, huh? I'm just looking at the way it looks right now, so yeah. See if I can get that, if I can get it out of there. Ah. Oh man. There we go. Okay, 1x1 in black. It'll just look nicer. There we go. And then what happened to the, there it is, there's the car. Okay, so from the top view, you can see that we have this little car park here. And if I wanted to put those trees back, the trees used to be all the way on the edge, but now they can be right here. So that's not too bad. There's the WBI. And cars going into the driveway. There's a walkway to get into the building. I do need to secure this down. You can see that it fell apart, but I think I'll probably do that off screen because this can be a little dicey. Okay, plus I've been streaming for about an hour and a half, which is about the right amount of time. So I hope you found that useful, our little Micropolis adventure here. And like I said, I think from a aesthetic perspective, this is going to be better. And to answer your question, PT, that yeah, I think creating 4 blocks I probably should ask you, did you make 4 blocks for your round tower district, or did you end up doing 2? Because if you did 2, then I could leave it like this, and we could put yours on the other side. You would park your car there. Okay, good. I'm glad you'd park your car there as well. Yeah, yeah, but I can't remember if you did a 4 block or if you did 2 or if you did a 1 side by side. We should chat, because if you've done the 4 full blocks, then I will do 4 full blocks. If you've only done 2, then I could leave it at these 2 and we could put yours on the other side. You did do a 4 block. Okay. Okay, that's what I need to do. You saw earlier, I think, my Lavender City, that's a 4 block. So I will finish 2 more of these and put some towers in there, and then we'll figure out how it all meshes together. So anyway, all right, my friends. Well, that was fun. Okay, so I will be back on Twitch tonight at 9 o'clock. We are having a mini brick relay because it's only going to be Dr. Cat and me. So she's going to be streaming tonight around 6 o'clock, and then I'll be streaming at my regular 9 o'clock time frame. And so tonight I'll probably be working on more of these kinds of things. I may end up doing the Jurassic Park vet services, because I had started on that last year, and I really should try to get that done. So that's, I think, what I'm going to do is clear this out, work on the, as far as I can for the Jurassic Park build, and then figure out what I'm going to need, because I clearly need more parts. more parts to do. But, and then I might even between now and then have some more of these modules put together. I'll think about what I have, but as you can see, I'm low on these tiles, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But yeah, I'm really happy where I am right now, and I'm glad I got to show you this too, about how you build a Micropolis module. And it maybe in the future we might have, you know, maybe at Bricks by the Bay. That would be cool to have a Bricks by the Bay type of collab that maybe we might do for that. So anyway, take care, everybody, and thanks again, PT, Zach, Marae, Joel, Cowboy Kenobi, Mr. Dewey, Brickaroo Bonsai, everybody who was here today, Matthew Builds Bricks. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I know that your time means so much, and I'm really glad I got a chance to meet some of you when I was in Alameda at Toy Safari. That was a great time, and I hope I get to see more of you at BricksCascade. So take care, everybody, and as they say on the Brick and Broadcast Network, may the clutch be with you. Bye.